of a man and his dog, and where he used to dwell. There in the cabin.
Our first dog, Sherman, was a rescue pit bull. He'd been rescued from a shelter in Berkeley through a local pit bull rescue group that my wife and I had been volunteering with.
Sherman was in the shelter for over 6 months and was in danger of being put to sleep. Fortunately, we adopted him, and he turned out to be an amazing dog. He was smart and gentle with everyone he ever met.
Goodbye, my old pal, my faithful old friend. You've been faithful and true, right through to the end.
After Sherman died, we realized how important it was for us to have a dog in our lives, and we decided to start searching for another rescue.
We found an online forum dedicated to pit bull rescue, and one of the threads had a post about a pit bull at a shelter in Portland, Oregon. He had terrible wounds to his face and was there at the shelter. His name was Maximus.
Maximus had been held at the shelter for about a week without any medications or antibiotics for his wounds. Elena from Pacific Northwest Pit Bull Rescue visited one day, realized what a great dog he was, and put a stop on his euthanasia. She also got them to administer some medications to him to relieve the pain that he was in.
After seeing her daughter play with Maximus at the shelter, Elena decided to take him on as a foster dog and find someone to adopt Maximus.
Margaret and I decided to fly up to Portland to meet Maximus. Once we had a chance to spend some time with him, we immediately fell in love with him, and we decided that we were going to adopt him. We had him flown down to the Bay Area where we live, and where Maximus has lived with us ever since.
Kai and I had been volunteering as a foster home for Peninsula Humane Society. In January of 2009, we were notified of a dog that had entered the shelter as part of a cruelty confiscation. The dog, along with 6 other siblings, had been tied to posts on concrete and left to starve.
2 of the dogs were already dead when they were eventually rescued. We were asked if we wanted to foster a dog that they had called Lemon Eater, as they determined she had a really solid temperament, and after some socialization and experience in a real home, that they wanted to put her up for adoption. They called her Lemon Eater because she ate rotten lemons off the ground. There's a lemon tree that was next to her when she was chained up, and that's how she survived.
We decided to foster her. I had always wanted to name a dog Beatrice, so we renamed her that. She had been badly malnourished, was severely underweight, and had lost most of her hair from malnourishment.
It didn't take long, about a week of fostering Beatrice, when we decided that we just wanted to adopt her permanently. It's a funny coincidence that both her and Maximus have very similar dark brindle coats.
It took her over a year to get healthy again. Eventually her coat became shiny and healthy again. She got used to being a loved pet and living inside, even though she still gets a little nervous in certain situations. The vet told us that she probably had been abused so severely that all of her toes had been broken at some point.
So we've had Beatrice ever since. She's a great dog, and her and Maximus get along wonderfully. I hope more people out there realize how many great dogs there are in the shelters that are desperately in need of some kindness and love.